Hey guys, I'm Luke with Rossmönster Vans. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about operating your Rixen heating system. If you look at your control panel, usually located at the doorway here, but not always, you have two components that make up the controls for the Rixen. You have your switch panel and you have your thermostat here. So whenever you begin to use your heat or hot water, no matter if you're going to run it off of the vehicle, off the auxiliary furnace, or off electric, you're always going to start with turning the system on. So that's this top switch here. When the system's on, you can go ahead and turn your hot water on as well. Whenever you're creating heat, you might as well have access to hot water. There's not really any reason not to. From there, this is exactly the setup that you would use if you want to create heat with the vehicle running. Essentially, as soon as you turn the system and hot water on, if the vehicle's on, the coolant from the engine is going to run to the back and create free heat and hot water for you back here. Again, the important thing is if the vehicle is on and you're moving down the road, you want the system on and the furnace off. Once you get to camp and you're ready to continue creating heat and hot water, you'll go ahead and turn the furnace on. That's going to start up your auxiliary furnace. That pulls fuel off of your fuel tank and is going to create heat and hot water as long as that's on. In this configuration, you have access to hot water. If you want access to hot air, you'll notice when you turn the system on, it's pretty warm in here right now, but it's going to turn your thermostat on over here. Again, to set different temperatures, you're going to hold. These numbers will go white, and you can adjust temperature here up and down, and then when this actually kicks on, you'll see this flame change colors. This will only kick on if the temperature inside is below your set temperature. So right now we don't have any flame coloration because it's hotter inside than the set temperature. Then the second piece of this is once you set the temperature you want this to start at, is you turn your fan on. So again, right now, even if we turn the fan on, it's not going to blow any air because the temperature inside is warmer than the set temperature. So just to recap, this controls your cabin temperature. It's going to kick on and off thermostatically. Your fan speed, you've got two fan speeds, high and low. If you're driving down the road, it's important to have the furnace off. The air filter is optimized for stationary use. If you run that while you're driving, it will work, but you are going to plug up that air filter and cause it to have to get serviced more often. We're going to quickly step around back. We've showed you how to use the Rixen system with engine heat and the auxiliary furnace. We'll show you the last step of using it with electric heat. You guys will usually use those two ways that we just talked about most of the time, but if you have access to shore power, everyone's electrical cabinet set up a little differently, but you're going to have a breaker fuse in here. It should be labeled right here. This one says Rixen heater. You'll notice that it is tripped in this van. Let me move that out of the way. So this acts as a breaker as well as a switch. So as soon as you connect this breaker, your electric heating element in your coolant tank is going to start warming up. If you connect this while you're not connected to shore power, your batteries are going to be creating your heat, which is going to draw a lot of energy. So you leave this tripped when you don't have access to shore power. If you do have access to shore power, you can go ahead and connect this. You still have to turn your system on, but you won't have to turn your furnace on. And then it is important to remember when you're done with shore power, go ahead and disconnect this so you don't draw down your batteries, creating electric heat. Great, so that's how you use your Rixen system. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.